Hello.
Hey, Mario.
Alan, you're the invisible man.
Yeah, I gotta see here. Hey, there we go.
All right, I can see you now.
Yeah, you can see me. I can see you now. How's that song go? I can see you now.
I don't know. It's before I was born.
Yeah, I don't know. We start from I think we didn't finish on Mem Daled, right? Right.
Yeah, we had the Mishnah. At
The
the
Mishnah
Mishnah.
Mishnah Mem Daled, right. Okay, I learned to the Mem Hay already, yeah, so let's see what we got here. Yeah.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi, hello.
On Mem Hay, actually Mem Daled Amud Beis.
At the Mishnah.
Mishnah. Shora Isha, shore that belongs to a woman. Shora Yisomim. The assets of the Yisomim include a shore. Shora Petropis, an executor that was appointed for the Yisomim. It's the Apotropis' shore. Shora Midbar, that's the Hefker. Shora Hagdish. Shora Ger Shemes Vein Lo Yorshim. A ger who owns something doesn't have Yorshim is Hefker. Whoever takes it first owns it. Now, if in all these cases, if the shore gored and killed, Hare Elu Chayav and Misa, the shore is put to death. Rabbi Yudah Omer, Shora Midbar, Shora Hegdish, Shora Ger Shemes, P'tur Min HaMisa. The fee Shein Lem Bailim. Shore of a Midbar, which doesn't belong to anybody. Shora Hegdish, which also really doesn't belong to anybody. Shora Ger Shemes, in all these cases, P'turin Min HaMisa. They don't get Misa. Torah Bonam. Shore Shiva Pami. The word shore appears 7 times. Lahavi, the regular case of a shore that gored and killed, which is owned by a person, there's 6 other examples. Shora Isha, Shora Yisomim, Shora Petropis, Shora Midbar, Shora Hegdish, Shora Ger Shemes Vein Lo Yorshim. In all these cases, the shore is put to death because the Torah writes shore 7 times. Rav Yudah Omer Shora Midbar, Shora Hegdish, Shora Ger Shemes Vein Lo Yorshim, P'tur Min HaMisa. Lefi Shein Lem Bailim, because they don't have owners. Rav Huna, Poiterai Rav Yehuda, Afilu Shenagach, the shore killed, Uvesafid, before there was Hamada Bedin, the owner gave it to Hegdish. Or Nogach Uvasof Hefkir. The shore gored and he was mafkirid. So when the Bezdin did Hamada Bedin, there was no bailing. So Rav Yehuda gives the owner a mechanism by which to save the shore's life. Either be magdishid or be mafkirid.
So Rabbi Yehuda would hold that a shore midbar, an ownerless shore hefker, he's wandering around Eretz Yisrael, killing people right and left. We don't kill the animal. We
But
already
the-
have the case of a bardalis and those other funky animals, and I assume we kill them. They're dangerous.
It's Pater and Misa based in because Beis Din has to follow the rules of the Torah. The Torah says Gam ba'alav yumas. So it's if there's Bailim, then there's Misa. If there's no Bailim, there's no Misa.
It doesn't seem to me to
Not-
be any different than the cases we had of a bardalis and I forget what other the names were.
No,
A nachash.
No, what I'm
They
saying
said they're
is
dangerous at all costs.
but it doesn't look like it's an issue of public safety. It's an issue, it's got to meet the Gedorim.
So
You
can,
understand?
can somebody be called, can somebody be coded and then shechted and have enough from it? Anybody can grab it, right? If
it
all
was
these
before-
cases.
If it was before Abada Bedin,
Yeah,
yeah.
before it did. So anybody, but maybe, except maybe the owner himself can't do it. If he's mafkirin, can he reclaim it?
Why not?
Anyone can claim it, whoever claims it first.
Okay.
Now, Kenny brings up a good point. Even by, Chachamim have certain powers. They could put a person into a kippah, into an igloo, and not feed him, then he dies. They don't kill him, be a him if he's like a public nuisance or if he's a killer or something like that, but he's not necessarily chayv misa. We're going to have a Gemara like that later on. Maybe the same thing can occur to a shore that's killing people left and right. So it would be extrajudicial. Make her a din, the animal's not chayv misa without biling. Now, the Gemara says, Mimai. How did Rav Huna understand that Rav Yehuda would pater by if the owner was magdishit or mafkirit? Midiktani tarti shora midbar v'shora ger shemetz ve'en lo yorshim. Meaning shora ger shemetz ma'niu. What's the status of a shore that belonged to a ger who died and has no yorshim? Kivan yorsh nabale hefker. So hainu shora midbar, hainu shora ger shemetz ve'en lo yorshim. Same thing. A wild shore doesn't belong to anybody that lives in the desert. It's the same thing. So the question is, why didn't just give us one din? We would infer the other one from why mention both of them? Ela lava kamashmalon. Shafilu nogach l'vasof hegdish. That means even if it was done after the fact, it gored and killed, and then you were magdishid, as long as it was before Amad Bedin, or nagach l'masof hivkir, also potter. Shema mino. Tanya Ma'achi, Akeno Maraviud afilu nogach l'masof higdish, nogach l'masof hivkir potter. Shenem ravuad b'vala v'hemis, hashor yisakel, ad shedei misa ve'amad bedin shavin ke'echad. That means it has to be under the same ownership. The misa amad bedin. What? Ugmar din lo ba'ina? What about Gmar din? Shor yisakel Gmar din. Elaema achete misa amad bedin Ugmar din shavin bekulam. All of those have to happen at the same time. the Rambam paskins not like Rabbi Yehuda, but like the Stam Mishnah. Again, the Rambam paskins that all 7 cases the animal is killed. So Hara'elu Chayav Misa. It's only Rabbi Yehuda that patirs, and the Psak Din, the Rambam says, Shor Shein Lo Bailim. You go to Shor Midbar or Shor Hegdish or Shor Ger Shemeis. Im Hamis
No.
Hareza Nisko.
Julie went to a wedding of Rabbi.
Alan,
Put
please,
it on mute.
mute.
Okay,
Okay. So Kenny, your concerns are not, your concerns are correct. And the din is the animal's killed. So there is no public safety problem. If there's a wild animal that's killing people, it's going to be put to death. According to the Stam Mishnah, according to the Reisha of this Mishnah, because that's how we paskin like. Gets more interesting. Shorshu Yotze Lisokel. There's been Amod Bedin and there's been Gemar Din. And the Gemar Din, the verdict is Skila. Vehegdisho Baila. And on the way to the stoning place, the owner tries to be Magdish, Ein a Mukdash. At this point, it's Asr Bana, after Gemar Din. Something that doesn't have any worth cannot be Hugdash. Shachto Psar Asr. If you shacht it, its meat is Asr, because it's Shor Niskal is Asr Bana. However, Im Achalo Nigmar Dino Higdishu Bailav, prior to Gemar Din, the owners were Magdish at Mukdash. Then it's Mukdash. Vim Shchato Psar Mutter. You shechted it, the basar was mutter. Now,
So this all disagrees with Rabbi Yehuda above?
no, but remember it said Shara Hegdish is also Chayv Misa. So I don't think you gain anything. It's
But a
not-
person, according to Rabbi Yehuda, he could be mafker something, or he could be mukta, he could be.
Yes, this is remember, but the Tanakama argued with Rabbi Yehuda, so this is going like the Tanakama.
Yeah.
Not only that, it could be that once there was Gemar Din, and he's Magdish it. Excuse me.
Before,
Hareze Mukdash, but even so, then it still would go to court, even though it belongs to Hegdish. Shorshel Hegdish is Chayv Misa. So I don't think it would be a way out for the shore, unless you say, well, now it's got a new Bailim, and it has to gore under that, Rishus. And maybe it's got to gore again, and then you'd put it to death. And maybe, but technically it's a shore that was killed, and now just because it's a shore Shalagdish shouldn't get it off. I don't know, we'd have to look that up. Vim Shachter B'sar Mutter. Now, Masru L'shoy Merchina, or L'shoyel, or Nois Sacher, Shomer Sacher, L'socher. These are an unpaid watchman, a borrower, a paid watchman, and a renter. You gave it over to those shoymim, and the shore did damage while it was in their rishus. Nichnasu tachas habaylim. They are in the shoes of the bailim, and they have the achrayus. And therefore, muad mishad nezek shalem. They would have to pay nezek shalem if it was a muad and it did damage. And if it's a tam, misham chatzi nezek. Torabon, short shehemis. A shore that killed. Achla nigmar dino. If prior to Gmar Din, machro, he sells a good sale. Igdisho mugdish. Shachto, psar mutter. Hechziru sherm lebeis bailav. If prior to Gmar Din, the shomer gives it back to the owner, mulser. It's consistent that the shomer gave it back.
But Ernie, isn't this like, when you're taking your grain through the window, or you take it in through the window instead of through the door? And the guy knew that the shore did a bad thing over here, and he went and he sold it because there's no Gemara din. But it's not. It may be mutter, but it's not ethical.
It's mochur. The sale is a sale.
But I know, I'm saying the sale is a sale, but the owner knew that he can't sell it. He knew that if he would have a Gemara din, he wouldn't.
Buyer beware. Buyer beware, because
it's not only buyer beware. It's just that the Baal Abai is the Baal Ashur. The Baal Ashur knows that he's doing something unethical over here, because if he would go before Gemara din, he would be convicted, and the shore wouldn't be worth what we're talking about over here, and he wouldn't be able to eat the meat, and he wouldn't be able to sell the shore. So, but he goes and he does it. So, okay, we say it's mutter. The poor guy.
It says mochur. It says the sale goes through now.
Well, that means that he got the money.
Now, but by the way,
Right?
since
I'm just saying
since Hamad B'Din has to be done with the Bailim, it could be that it's a loophole that the shore doesn't get killed, because the shore now has new Bailim.
Like your wheat, like you bring your wheat in through the window, you don't pay Meiser on it. I mean, it's just the Baba Kama is also about ethics, and you see that the machshava here is to circumvent the law.
Now, by the way, Rashi says mocher le'inyan shakoni yochel haba bo b'intayim ad sheyadidun beis din liskalua. They basically, the nafkamina is the guy who bought it can use it to and then it's killed. The question is, does he get his money back? I don't see that he does.
He doesn't get his money back. That's what I don't understand about the whole. In other words, the Gemara sometimes does.
It's not a mekach tos.
Huh?
It's not a mekach tos. And not only that, if
Because
the owner,
we've discussed.
by the way, if the owner wants to shecht it, he can shecht it and eat it.
And use the meat.
Because at that point, the shore is still mutter bano.
But maybe he didn't know, so he's keeping that shore to work in the field, and then they come and they take it and they nisko. Okay.
If it was smart, he would shecht it and fill his larder with meat, and that's it. And he got what he paid for.
I got it. I understand.
If he got the shore just for that season's worth of plowing, you could say, oh, maybe he got his money worth as well. But it's
but if he didn't shecht the shore and he didn't work the shore, he was keeping the shore for breeding. That's what he was keeping the shore for. So he's lost.
Yes, the Gebez is going to take it and kill it.
Yeah.
Now,
so I don't understand why in the case of the wheat they say that it's that you shouldn't be doing it, blah blah blah. But yeah, in this case they say it's fine.
No, the wheat is like this. There is the status of tvua has chiyuv trumas and maisris when you bring it into the house through the door.
Oh, correct.
It's koiveya. Now, if you bring it in through the aliyah, through the window, it's not koiveya. So it's not chayiv, whatever the chiyuv there is to do at that point. It didn't fit together of reaching that status of dogon.
It's the same. It's the same as because it didn't do Gemara Beis Din. It's the same thing. Okay.
Here, it's also a change of status. Here, the status is still, as long as it's before Gemara Din, it's mutter. Now, Mishanig Mardino, Machro and a Machro. It's not a sale. Igdisho and a Mugdish, because these are all Asr Bano without value. Shachtopes are Asr. Now, here is where it becomes very interesting. Hechziro Shomer Lebeis Baila. Now, a Shomer has the responsibility to return. According to the Tanakama, ain't a Moser. Because it didn't return anything of value. Rabbi Yaakov Omer Af Mishemik Mardino Hechziro Shomer Leval of Moser. Because there's a Svara. Lema Ba'akabif Rabbanan Savri. Ein Oimrim B'Yisuri Ano Harei Shel Chalafanecha. That means even though it's osur bana, the owner can say, look, here it is, I returned it. I don't care whether it's osur, halachically you can use it, you can't use it, I returned it. So the Rabbanon hold, you can't say that by Yisur Anah. Rav Yaakov Savar, only Yisur Anah Reishel Chalfanah. Like even by something chametz shover lava pesach, he gives it back, even though it's osur. I gave it back. Hareshel chalfanecha. So the Gemara says no, it's not a machlokas. Really, by the case of chametz, you can return it, and it's considered muhzer. Because if there was a machlokas, in kain niflag linyan chametz b'pesach, they would have argued by chametz b'pesach, and there's no argument there. They all agree that if the shomer has chametz and Pesach goes over it, and he returns it after Pesach, it's muhzer. So why here is it different? Can you do a Gmar Din with the shore when the shore is not there physically? Rabbanan Sarayin Goyim Dino Shel Shor Ela B'Fanav. You can't do the Gmar Din without the shore there. The Omar Lay, the Bailim of the shore, can say to the Shoimer, if you would have returned me the shore, I would have chased my shore to the lake, the Beis Din wouldn't have found it, and they never would have adjudicated it to death. Now they grabbed it from you. But I have nothing to do, I can't help it. So that's why the Rabbanon say it's not considered Moser. However, Rabbi Yaakov said, the Gemar Din can occur even though the shore is not there. The Omar Lay, the Shoyel can say, Nigmar v'Gamar Lei Ladina. They would have gotten the shore even when I returned it, and then they would have done the Gemar Din. So I didn't really cause you to lose anything. Now, what is the underlying svara, my tamai drabonon, that you cannot adjudicate the din without the shore? Hashor yisakel, v'gam balav yumad. So kemisa sabaylim, kach misas ashor. So it's like when you adjudicate a human murderer, ma bailim, bifneim, you cannot adjudicate them to death without them physically being there. There's no abstentia verdicts. So Avshor b'fana, the shore has to be there as well. It's just a hekesh. It's not through svara. But Rabbi Yaakov rejects that. Bishlam bailim b'nei taininu. There's a reason why we want the accused murderer to be there, because he can offer his own pleas and tinus to protect himself from the verdict. Ela shor bar tainasu. Who needs the shore there? The shore can't give a taina. What does it make a difference? B'fanav or shaloi b'fanav. That's the sheet of Rabbi Yaakov. Okay. Masur l'shoy merchinim l'shoyel. If the owners give it to a shoymer, either an unpaid watchman or a shoyel, or the other two, we said they're in the shoes of the bailim. Ton Rabbanon. Arba nichnasu tachas bailim. There are four that stand in the shoes of the owner by obligations, by damages. Eluhain, shomerchinam ashoyel loisasach vasoich. Hargo, therefore, if the shore killed while the shore was in the possession of these shoymim, tamim, nerogin, they are put to death, but p'turim and koifer. Muadin, nerogin, u'mishalim sakoifer. The shormwood is killed, and the shoymer pays koifer. V'chayovin, lachzir dmei shor l'bayla. The shore has now been killed. So the shomer has to repay the owner who gave it to him to watch the value of the shore. Chutz mishomer chinam, but not a shomer chinam. doesn't have to pay. Amri hechidomi. I mean, what's the case? He did not trade if they did shmira and still the shore killed. Afilu kulanami lifter. Everyone should be potter to pay the dmei shore because they did what they're supposed to do, shmira. Either lo not trade for the shor mechinim lechayu. If they didn't watch the shore, then why should the shor mechinim be potter? Amri, we answer Achamai Skinon, did not trade shmira pchusa, but lo not trade shmira. They did a minimal watching, but not a thorough watching. And there's a difference between a shor mechinam and the other shor. Shor mechinam, kol selo shmirasa. He doesn't get paid. Even with a minimal shmira, he fulfills his obligation. So he's potter. Hanech, the ones that get paid, right? That have a higher level of responsibility, lo kolsa shmirasim, with the shmira pchusa. Now, Amri Kiman, this brisa is going like which Tana? Ikra Meir the Oma. Soiche kishor mechinam dami. Rameir holds that a renter is like a shor mechin regarding achrayus. Well, then why didn't the Baraisa listen chutz b'shor mechinim v'asoicher? If, according to Rav Meir, the soicher has the same responsibility as the shor mechinam, it should have said, you know who's potter? Shor mechinam and a soicher. Ik Rabbi Yehuda, the Amar soicher kenoises schar dami, who says that a soicher has more responsibility, like a shomer socher. Nisni chutz b'shomer chinam, v'kulon b'muadin p'turin leinin koifer. But the Baraisa said they're all chayv koifer. But if you're setting up the Baraisa according to Rabbi Yehuda, he has a special shita that they would be potter from koifer. That, because we're going to learn in the next Mishnah that a shor mu'id needs very little shmira. Any shmira is enough to potter them from koifer. So if we, in our analysis now, our brisa is not like Rav Meir, not like Rav Yehuda. On Rav Huna bar Chinana, Hamani Rabbi Eliezer, who argued with Rabbi Yehuda by shor mu'id. V'omar mu'id ein lo shmira l'saki. Just the opposite. That Rabbi Yehuda holds that any bit of shmira, you've already pottered your chiyuv shmira. Rabbi Eliezer goes to the other extreme. The only shmira is to kill it, because there is no shmira for a mu'id. From the achrayus to pay koifer. But lenient soicher, Savla Rabbi Yehuda, Sha'omar soicher kenoise socher dami, that he needs more. So that this hybrid sheet of Rabbi Eliezer works for the Baraisa. However, Abai Omer la'olam ki Rab Meir. So we had a problem. Rab Meir equalizes a shor mechinim and a soicher. So you have to change the gears of the Baraisa. Kemachlif Rabbi Baravua. Like Rabbi Baravua changed the girsa. Vitani, soicher ketzad meshalem. Rav Meir oimer keshomer sacher. Rav Yehuda oimer keshomer. And then there's no problem with Rav Meir. On Rabbi Elazar. Maser shor l'shor mechina. The owners of the shore gives it to an unpaid watchman. Hizik, and the shore did damage. Chayiv, the shomer has to pay the damage. Huzak, if the shore itself got damaged, potter. That he doesn't owe to the original owner. So the Gemara again asks, Amri Hechi Dami. What's the case? Either Kabbalah lay Shmiras Nizakov, if the Shomer Chinim accepted Shmir regarding damages, Afilu Huzak Nami L'chai. Then if the shore got damaged, you would have to pay. Either Lo Kabbalah lay Shmiras Nizakov. If he didn't accept Afilu Huzak Nami Li Potter. So if it did damage to something else, he would be Potter no matter what. Amar Rava Lo Oilam Shekibla Lav Shmiras Nizakov. It took the Shomer took responsibility for damages that the shore would cause. But v'hachad mayaskinon, gon shehikir bo shunagchan. The Shomer identified that it was a goring type of animal. Ustama de milsa, the law azal iu mazik achrini. But it stamazoi. This animal would not go and damage other things. So that part, Kibbalah, he accepted the responsibility that the shore wouldn't go and damage other things. But the Asya Achrinu Maskil Didei, but that other animals would come and damage this shore, Lo Asakadaite, he didn't put in his mind, and therefore he's not makabel that achrayus. Mishnah. Kashru balav b'moiseira b'nol b'fanav karoi. The shore's legs were tied up with ropes. V'nol b'fanav, and he locked the door. V'yotza v'hizik, and the shore nonetheless went out and did damage. Echad tam v'echad mu'at chayiv. That shmira is not enough. And therefore they were both bichayev. Elu div Reb Meir. Rav Yehuda Oimer tam chayev. Tam chayev. Muid potter. Because when it says the pasuk, it says v'lo yishmerenu ba'alav. And here Shomer Huzeh. Here he did watch it. And that pasuk is written by Muid.
But only they tied up his legs. They locked the gate. I don't understand how you can be chayav. The ox obviously was. They didn't know, and Tam doesn't make any sense. Muad would make sense, because Muad, you know that this ox is wild. Tam, the ox is not used to doing this. So how would you think he's going to do it? And you did all the shmira. I don't understand. It should be the opposite way around.
It should be. The reason it's the opposite way is because the pasuk. When is there payment? The law yishmerenu baila, and this is considered.
I hear what the pasuk says, but logically,
It's not.
I hear what logically you would think it would be the opposite way around. That's all. I hear what.
I agree. But here, according to Rab Meir, Tam and Muad are the same. They both pay. According to Rabbi Yehuda, Tam is chayiv and Muad is not because of the pasuk. Because the pasuk says no shmira, and here there was shmira. The third shita, Rabbi Eliezer Oimer, that the shmira is not, unless you kill the animal, it's not considered shomor. Ein lo shmira l'sakin. By a muad, any shmira that's less than killing it, you would always be chayiv. So how does the Rambam paskin? Misha kosher shurba moseir. I don't know exactly what a moseir is, some kind of rope harness. V'nol b'fon of karoi. B'dela sheichol la'amad baruch b'tzuya. That the prevailing wind, the door would not open. V'yatsa v'hizik. Im tamhu mishalim chatzi nezek. V'muadu potter. Kediv Rabbi Yehuda. So we paskin like Rabbi Yehuda, like the middle shita, because of a lo yishmerenu ba'alav. The tam pays worse than the muad. In lo shomru, then of course you're bichayiv. So the Gemara analyzes the shitas. My time in Rav Meir. You can't really watch them. Dinivile shmira pchusa. Even a tam needs a little bit of shmira. And then hadarach amrachmana v'lo yishmerenu gabi muid. Dinivile shmir meula, where you need even a better shmir. So according to Rav Meir, responsibility for both.
So this means in the time of Reb Meir, people just let their oxen roam around?
No, that means it's not
He says there are
difficult to
shimor.
provide shmira for them. You have to do, but it's not. It's their nature to be wild, even a tam, even a muad. So a tam you get away with shmira pchusa because it never showed a tendency to do it. Once it's done it, and it's a muad, then you need more shmira. That's how Reb Meir. The yalif negicha l'tam negicha l'muad. Gzeir shava, that a short time and a short muad need a good shmir. Means we will learn backwards to a time that means misvara, a time could get away with pchusa, but the hekesh says that a time needs a shmir me'ula as well, but not sakin. Rav Meir says you don't have to kill it. But according to Rav Meir, if you didn't do a good shmira, we'll see what that is. But right now, Moseira and Delet is shmira she'ena me'ula. You'd be chayiv b'achrayas. Rav Yehuda Savar, stam shram b'cheskas shimur kaimi. No, you can watch them. Human beings can watch it, even if it's a shmira pchusa. Even so, Amar Achmana tam nishali. Still, the Torah in the Psukim said that Tam has to pay. The Nivi lay Shmir Me'ula, and even a Tam needs a good Shmir. Hadar Am Rachmana, V'lo Yishmeranu Gabi Mu'id. The pasuk that there was no watching is by a Mu'id. The Nevid lay Shmir Me'ula. And then it becomes, you already had a Shmir Me'ula by Tam. Now it's telling you again you did a Shmir Me'ula by Mu'id. Then it becomes Havi Ribui Achar Ribui. You have a din, Ein Ribui Achar Ribui, a little might. Mi'ed HaKosav L'Shmir Me'ula. So it's a technical Talmudic reasoning, not misvara, why a mu'ed doesn't need a Shmir Me'ula. Any kind of Shmir is enough, and he's done with the Achrayis, and it's worse for a tam. So Walter's puzzlement is based on this Ribui Achar Ribui. Why don't learn the same hekesh negicha l'tam negicha l'muad to say that they should be equal? Because hamiyat rachmana, the Torah wrote a miyut by muad, lo yishmerenu lezeh v'lo la'acher. It's only for the muad and not for the tam. What about the basic din that they're mechayah that they didn't do shmira? Im kain nichtav rachmana v'lo yishmor. My v'lo yishmerenu lezeh v'lo la'acher. Tanya. Rav Eliezer ben Yaakov Omer. Echad tam v'echad muad sheshamu shmir pchusa potu. Any shmira tam muad would be pot. My timer. Savar lak Rav Yehuda she'amar muad b'shmir pchusa sagilei. He held based on his miud achar miud that any kind of shmir, even by muad, is enough. And Yolif Negich Latam, he does learn the Hekesh back from Tam to Muad, or from Muad to Tam. So just like for a shor Muad, it's enough Shmir Pchusa, shor Tam is also good for Shmir Pchusa. Rav Ada Loy Potter Rav Yehuda, when Rav Yehuda said you're Potter, that's Elatzada Odashabo. We always learn this. A mu'ad starts off as a tam. That remains. The tam part of him remains. Then he becomes a mu'ad. So that which we said that a shor mu'ad is potter, even if you did any kind of shmira, that's the other half of the nezek that was added to the chatzi nezek. Aval tzad tamus b'mkoimo imedes. That chiyuv doesn't go away. So if he didn't watch the shor mu'ad, a good shmira, he would have to pay like a tam pays, which is chatzi nezek. So it's not so bad this, it seemed a little weird that in essence, they're paying the same thing. Amara. Muad lekeren yamin. Ain't a muad lekeren small. If an ox gored 3 times with its right horn, it's still a tam with its left horn. Amri aliba deman. Who is this like? I aliba de Reb Meir. Ha'amar echad tam ve'echad muad shmir me'ula boy. Who requires a good shmir, whether it's a tam or a muad. I aliba de Reb Yehuda, who doesn't require that. My area Karen small. Afilu biyamin nami. The tzad tamus doesn't go away, so it wouldn't be potter legamre, because there's a tzad tamus to every mu'it, even with the Karen small. So Amri la'oila am Krab Yehuda. The lo sviler Ravada Barava, he doesn't hold of this tzad of Ravada Barava that the tamus is not bottle. V'hachi kamar ki haigavnu de mishkachas pei. Tzad tamus muadis. It was muad for one horn, but not for the other. Ava muad legami lo mishkachus pei tzad tamus klal. If I was saying it was muad for its 2 horns, then it loses this tzad tamus issue. Doesn't have the tzad tamus at all. It's completely muad. Okay, we'll stop here.
Shkoyach, Ernie.
What
Okay,
time tomorrow?